Rickey Hill overcame a lot of obstacles in his attempt to play Major League Baseball. Does that translate to the big screen? Well, a true story of Rickey Hill's journey to play Major League Baseball is coming out in the form of a film this Friday titled The Hill. Is the film worth checking out? I share my thoughts and let you know. The film was written by Angela Pizzo, Scott Marshall Smith, and Arik Horning, and it stars Dennis Quaid, Colin Ford, and Joel Carter. Now, when I watched this movie, my expectations were kind of mixed in the middle. Sometimes with these faith-based style films, they can overexert those moments that really kind of give that cringe-like atmosphere, right? We're following Rickey Hill's journey from a young lad who wants to do nothing more than play baseball. But he has this degenerative spine disorder that causes and hinders so many things that don't give him the capability of walking and hitting like a normal individual. But that's not his biggest obstacle. His biggest obstacle that he faced is his dad. His dad, Jamie, is a pastor and is God first Bible thumping man that thinks that his son is going to grow up, and when he grows up, he's going to pass down the church, the Bible, the pastorship to his son. These two struggle throughout the film with his son trying to play baseball, but him just making him understand that God comes first. Now, to me, it resonates so much in this that this story really kind of was the stronger aspect of the film. And I think the message kind of gets convoluted within the script, but if you're watching the film, you can kind of understand. Because for me, so many fathers and men of faith are so fixated on the idea that nothing outside of that book that they lose sight that God can use his work in people outside of those things. That tunnel vision, especially in this era, and for those people growing up for generation to generation to generation, and even now, has hindered so many people chasing dreams. And that's the thing that I think the biggest takeaway from this film is specifically that. The fact that we as individuals should never try or attempt to hold somebody back because of the idea or fixation of anything like this, whether it's the Bible, whether it's your beliefs, whatever that looks like. If your son is trying to become a baseball player, it doesn't matter the obstacles. You want to help him. Obviously, you want to protect your children, but at the same time, it doesn't work. The message of the film is powerful, right? The fact that Rickey didn't give up on his dream, no matter what was thrown his way. He was knocked down 150 times, he got back up again. But the problem here is the script. The script is not strong at all. There's so many, as I talked about in these faith-based style films, there's so many liberties taken to kind of try to enhance or elevate that drama in a way that kind of highlights things in false regality. And that's my problem with these types of films, often trying to make things more than meets the eye. There are certain elements of the story that I like. There's certain elements of the acting that are pretty solid, but it's very overacted in so many different angles. I mean, when this bully keeps calling Rickey, robot kid or robo kid or whatever have you, every time he says it, like the camera zooms in on his face. Now, another aspect of this film, they don't allow you. They try to do too much. You know what I mean? They don't focus enough on baseball, but then they focus too much on the God aspect of things, which, again, being a faith-based film, you understand that. But this is a story of Rickey Hill. To me personally, it felt like more of a story of James Hill with us seeing Rickey grow before our eyes and kind of their relationship. The other thing, the last 15 minutes were probably the strongest, but I don't think it deserved the payoff it got with James. I wanted more from that final moment, but sadly, it kind of felt so rushed, which is weird to think because the film running at an absurd 2 hours long really kind of struggled to piece together the pieces. So when you're finally getting to those emotional elements, you're really losing sight of everything that you're trying to gain with this script. It plays like a Lifetime type of movie, and it's frustrating because it's not terrible, but it's not very good either. Dennis Quaid is fine in it. I didn't think that he brought anything. I mean, other than his name, I don't feel like he brought anything to the table. There is one scene with Bonnie Badella, who plays the grandma. It's a great scene in one hand because it's powerful and the message comes across, but in another hand, it's like overly cheesy and dramatic. Um, Overall, oh, and another thing, can we stop casting grown as adults in teenage roles? Like, these folks were supposed to be in high school and we're like 27, 28-year-old kids. Like, I don't even understand how we continue to do this. Like, I'm trying to see here how old Colin Ford is. Doesn't give me an age here, but I mean, he was solid in the role of Rickey Hill, but he's 26. Yeah, I mean 26. So even if he was filming this at 25, he looked every bit of 25, 26 instead of 16 or 17 years old that he was, or even 18 that he was supposed to be. Overall, The Hill will find its audiences that glamour over these faith-based style films. But other than that, this is an easy skip for me, with it being overstuffed and not worthy of that 2-hour runtime. It's something that I feel like maybe you could, if you are looking for a film to watch this weekend, if you're looking to go in theaters, don't check this one out. Find something else to go in theaters. There's so many other films coming out or still out, whether it's Barbie, Oppenheimer, Blue Beetle, Gran Turismo, Bottoms if you're in certain cities. This is not the film. If you're looking for that faith-based, feel-good type of thing to kind of lose, you kind of lose a sense of reality in, this might be for you. Otherwise, easy skip for me. That's it. That's what I got to say about The Hill. And make sure to tune in this Sunday to hear me and my podcast partner, Dom Fisher, break down the film a little bit more. We'll also be talking about Vacation Friends 2 and a whole lot more.